Greetings everyone, welcome to my research presentation. In this session, I'm going to present my research, which is analysis of internal and external factors affecting online privacy concern in e-commerce, comparative study by gender. I am Rafiqa Mulia from Universitas Indonesia. This is the outline of the presentation. We're going to go by this step by step. We found that 40% of Indonesian used e-commerce in 2019, and also in 2019 we found that more than 50 e-commerce platforms have rose. What is the statistic shows us actually? The statistics shows us that e-commerce users and e-commerce platform in Indonesia are growing very fast every year. This fast growth in e-commerce users and platform push e-commerce to always improve its performance, whether it's by its services or any other area. One way to improve the performance is by using personalization and customization, which is common in e-commerce nowadays. Personalization and customization use the data collecting from the users, which is bring a good improvement to the performance of the e-commerce itself, but also in other hand, it also creates a privacy concern for the users because the data used, the data collection done by the e-commerce. These concerns are not good for the users. It can stop or halt the improvement of the e-commerce itself. So in order to eliminate or reduce this concern, the factors that affecting it need to be examined first. In this study, we're going to separate the internal and external factors to ensure more detailed result by knowing the source of the concern. And by doing this, the e-commerce can find a solution that are more targeted. And we'll also see the protection behavior that are related to the online privacy concern, which is withholding and fabricating personal information. In this study, we'll also do the research by comparative study. We are doing it by gender. So the result will show the difference between male and female users in terms of privacy concern. E-commerce can provide a more practical approaches for the users regarding the privacy concern. Thus, in this study, we're going to analyze two general things, which is internal and external factors that affecting online privacy concern in e-commerce, and also analyzing the influence of online privacy concern in e-commerce towards protective behavior. We have three theoretical foundations for this research, which is online privacy concern, that is a concern about personal data in association with collection, use, and transfer via internet that are felt by the users. Internal and external factors that are come from within and from outside the users. And protection behavior, that the effect of the threat felt by users when using e-commerce. So users do certain behavior to protect themselves. This is the conceptual model that we are going to propose in this research. We're separating the internal and external factors. For the internal factors, we propose privacy awareness, previous online experience, privacy control, and social trust. And for the external factors, we are proposing government privacy regulation, information collection, and e-commerce reputation. In this research, we're also going to see the relationship between online privacy concern and online protective behavior, which is withholding personal information and fabricating personal information. Last, we're also going to see the relationship between these two online protective behavior, which is withholding and fabricating personal information. In total, we have 10 hypotheses, which is going to be tested in 3 data groups, which is male data groups, female data groups, and combined data groups, which is consists of male and female. We're going to analyze this further. In methodology, we're using quantitative study using CBSAM. And for the questionnaire itself, we are collecting the data using online questionnaire. And for the questionnaire, we use 5-point Likert scale. The samples that we use is Indonesian who have used e-commerce at least once. And from this collecting of the data, we found 1,017 valid response, which we analyzed using EMOS 21. This is the demographic of respondents that we gather. For the age, it's mostly 20 to 24 years old. And for the gender, it's mostly female, but with no big differences between male and female. The frequency of using e-commerce per month is mostly 3 to 5 and more than 10 times a month. This is the research result measurement model. You can see it. The Cronbach alpha cutoff of 0.5, the average variance extracted for 0.5, and construct reliability for 0.7. We can see in this table that for all the data group, male data group, female data group, combined data group, we found that all of these have passed the cutoff. So we moved on to the hypothesis testing. We are using one-tailed hypothesis testing with significance level of 0.05. Among these 10 total hypotheses for each of the data group, we found that in male data group, 6 hypotheses are supported while 4 are rejected. In female data group, we found 5 are supported while 5 other are rejected. And in combined data group, we found 7 are supported and 3 are rejected. We're going to discuss further about these factors and this hypothesis. This study found the privacy awareness and negative previous online experience have a positive effect to online privacy concern in male and combined data group. This aligned with the previous research that found the privacy awareness of e-commerce user will positively influence user awareness of privacy. And also, the paper that state the user preference online experience will affect user concern while using internet. While in male and combined data group, we found that it is affecting online privacy concern. We found that in the female data group, privacy awareness and negative previous online experience does not influence online privacy concern. We found that this result might occur due to the low awareness of female users about privacy on internet that has been tested by McNeese in 2017. The study also found that privacy control have a positive effect to online privacy concern in female and combined data group. This aligned with the previous study which stated that privacy control affect online privacy concern positively. Meanwhile, in male data group, we found that privacy control does not influence online privacy concern. We see that this result might occur because male users have higher ability and confidence in online privacy. Thus, they does not feel the influence of privacy control toward privacy concern. In all data group, we found that social trust does not influence online privacy concern. This result may occur because social trust does not necessarily affect the user's trust in the online environment. For the external factors, which is government privacy regulation, information regulation, collection, and e-commerce reputation, we found that government privacy regulation have a negative effect to online privacy concern in the male data group. This aligned with the previous study, which shows that the existence of privacy regulation can reduce user concern about privacy. Meanwhile, in female and combined data group, we found that government privacy regulation does not influence online privacy concern. We see that this result may occur because existing government privacy regulation are deemed insufficient to influence online privacy concern by the users. And for information collection, we found that in all data group, it has a positive effect to online privacy concern. It's aligned with the previous study that shows that data collection method used by e-commerce are still a matter that must be considered by the users. In all data group, we also found that e-commerce reputation does not influence online privacy concerns. This result may occur due to the users that are still willing to provide information regardless of the e-commerce reputation. It's because they still feel the need to use the e-commerce itself, so they are not caring about the reputation at all. For the protection behavior in withholding personal information and fabricating personal information, we found that both of these are affected by online privacy concern. This is aligned with the previous study, which states that online privacy concerns can lead users to withholding and fabricating their personal information. For the relation between these two behavior, we found that in female and combined data group, withholding personal information does have a positive effect to fabricating personal information, which aligned with the previous study states that the desire to limit information can lead to fabricating information. Meanwhile, in the male data group, we found that withholding personal information does not influence fabricating personal information. We see that this result may occur because male users tend to only falsify the information if there were threats. So they doesn't feel like threat, the withholding of personal information. So they does not falsify the information. In conclusion, we are going to conclude this in three data groups for the male users, female users, and the combined users, which is male and female. For the male users, we found the internal factors that affecting online privacy concern are privacy awareness and negative previous online experience, while the external factors are government privacy regulation and information collection. For female users, we found the internal factors is privacy control and external factor is information collection. And for the combined data group with combined users, we found the internal factors that are privacy awareness, negative previous online experience, and privacy control. While for the external factor is information collection. This is a little thoughts for the further research that can be done under this topic. So further research should explore other factors that can affect online privacy concern for e-commerce users. Because the proposed factors in this research are not fully supported in all of data group, especially female data group, when the factors that are accepted are only 2 out of 7. So needed to be seen more. We need to propose some more factors that can be supported. And for the further research, you should explore the other behavior that caused by online privacy concern. This behavior could be any other behavior that can be related or not related to information giving. That's all for my presentation. Thank you for your attention.